Finally, on to our last question. Based on recent experiences, what is your opinion on you being an interviewee? As you being a relatively busy figure, as you are the coordinator of the SMI Junior High School Tech team, do you usually have enough free time to willingly accept these favors, or do you still have to make time for them?
Actually, I have a lot of free time since I am only active or I am only the coordinator or a tech team. If there are events in SMI, if there's any particular events nga. And as an interviewee, I have been interviewed 6 times, but I'm okay with it. At least the students, the grade 7 students will get more experience. Kasi you might know that, baka gusto nila maging news reporter, ganun. Pero besides that, they can learn to the interviewees, they can learn from me, from my experience, from my stories. They can learn from me. Kasi nga, as a student leader, they can ask anytime, and I'm okay with these interviews, and I am glad and happy to be interviewed.
And that's all for our first interviewee. Thank you so much for your time today. Now we are here today with one of the teachers in SMI. Our first question for today is, did the thought of your current occupation ever cross your mind when you were attending senior high and college? If so, what were the other positions of employment were you also aiming for alongside your current one? Hindi po, rinig na po dito.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend senior high school kasi we were the last batch ng old curriculum for junior high school. So after junior high, I went straight to college, and teaching is really not my first choice. Actually, teaching is my third choice. First one is I want to become a flight attendant, so that's tourism. Second one, I want to be a newscaster, so that's mass communication. And then the third one is teacher. Hindi ako qualified for flight attendant kasi there is a long way para maging flight attendant. Mass communication naman, it's costly. Masyadong mahal ang pagmamass ko. So my third choice, which is teaching. Hindi rin talaga ako 100% sure pa, but since I came from a family of teachers, I have my lola. She is a professor in a university in Manila. I also have cousins and titos and titas na teacher. And siguro it runs through blood na lang din talaga. So dahil wala akong choice, I end up being taking education. So after 4 years, I graduated, and then I immediately proceed to teaching. Kaya ako teacher ngayon dahil doon sa dalawang unang hindi ko nakamit muna. So yeah.
We had a very interesting and unexpected story from today's teacher.
Are you contented with your job and with your salary? If given the chance, would you change your assessment or change your job with one that pays higher? Sir, why or why not?
First, if I'm contented, I would say yes. I am really eager to improve myself when it comes to teaching. So I would say yes, I'm contented. Salary-wise, hindi lang naman siya nangyayari, I think, sa SMI or sa ibang school. I think nationwide naman siya nangyayari. That teachers receives less of the salary. Kapag pinag-uusapan ng salary, I think teachers ang isa sa mga may pinakamababang sahod. And that's okay. Kasi if you really love what you do, I think that's an enough reason for you to consider to stay to something that you do. If I would be given a chance to look for another job, I would say no. Kasi ako, hindi pa ako teacher, pero whenever I introduce myself during first day of class, I always tell my students that I am the most passionate and most dedicated teachers that you can ever meet. So I think, kung meron mang mag-offer sa akin ng mas higher na job opportunity or salary, I would rather decline it and stay as a teacher. Kasi nga, I'm really passionate about teaching and I love handling students.
Thank you po, Sir Joe, for your beautiful response. So, kita mo lang po natin na talagang love na love ni Sir Joe ang kanyang career and can't wait to be his student.
Now on to our first question. Do you think that the diocese exemptions for the players' fair explain briefly whether or not they should be more or less?
For me, as a diocese player, as a varsity, they should give more exemptions to the players kasi naghihirap sila. They work hard for the award that the school will get. And because it's not only our award, it's also for the school's reputation and awards. Hindi nga sila napasok ng klase because of their training to work hard to be the top one. Dapat magbigay pa sila ng more exemptions kasi nga, di nga sila napasok ng klase para mas gumaling pa. And kailangan lang nila ng more consideration to the players kasi mas deserve nila ng more exemptions.
Thank you. I actually agree much with our interviewee today too.
For the third and last interview, we have Ate Osh from grade 9 St. Lawrence. So, Ate, my question for you, how did you balance your academic ability or prowess despite being busy practicing and focusing on your suggested sport?
Ano po, yung sa akin po, after training ko po, nagpapahinga din po ako. So may time limit po yung pagpapahinga ko. Tapos, after po ng time ng pagpapahinga ko po, ginagawa ko na po agad yung mga activities ko para hindi po matangkakan. Lalo na po kapag deadline na po the next day.
For your last question, do you think that the exemptions given for the teachers' players were fair? Explain briefly if it should be more or less.
Ano po, depende naman po kasi yung mga pag-training po namin, tapos nakakuha po kami ng exemption in return, pwede naman po. Pero it depends po sa mga subject teachers. Okay lang naman po kahit di naman po gaano kadami yung magiging exemption namin. Basta po, magkaroon lang po kami ng kahit 1 to 2 exemption or more. Pwede naman po.
So, thank you po, Ate Osh, for your time.
Sige po.